The Holy Gospel according to John, the 9th chapter. Glory to you, O Lord. And as he was passing along, he saw a man blind from birth. And his disciples questioned him, saying, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but rather that the works of God might be made manifest in him. It is necessary for us to perform the works of the one who has sent me while it is day. The night comes when no one can work. While I am in the cosmos, I am the light of the cosmos. Having said these things, he spat on the ground and made clay from spittle, and anointed his eyes with the clay, and said to him, Go, wash in the pool of Siloam, which means, when interpreted, sent forth. So he went and washed and came back with sight. So the neighbors and those who earlier had seen him, and seen that he was a beggar, said, Is this not the one who is sitting and begging? Some said, This is he. Others said, No, but he resembles him. But that man said, I am he. So they said to him, How then were your eyes opened? That man answered, The man called Jesus made clay and anointed my eyes and told me, Go to Siloam and wash. So going and washing, I saw. And they said to him, Where is that man? He says, I do not know. They led him, the man formerly blind, to the Pharisees. Now on the day when Jesus made the clay and opened his eyes, it was the Sabbath. So the Pharisees again asked him how it was he saw. And he said to them, He anointed my eyes with clay, and I washed, and I see. So some of the Pharisees said, This man is not from God, for he does not keep the Sabbath. But others said, How can a sinful man perform such signs? And there was a division among them. So again they said to the blind man, Since he opened your eyes, what do you say regarding him? And he said, He is a prophet. So regarding him, the Judeans did not trust that he had been blind and had then seen, until they had called the parents of the man who had received sight, and interrogated them, saying, Is this your son, who you say was born blind? How then does he now see? So his parents answered and said, We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But how he now sees, we do not know, nor do we know who opened his eyes. Ask him. He is of age. He will speak for himself. The parents said these things because they feared the Judeans. For the Judeans had agreed that anyone who might acknowledge him to be the anointed would be expelled from the synagogue. For this reason, his parents had said, He is of age. Question him. So, for the second time, they called the man who had been born blind, and said to him, Give glory to God. We know this is a sinful man. So the man answered, Whether he is a sinful man, I do not know. I know one thing, that having been blind, I now see. So they said to him, What did he do to you? How did he open your eyes? He replied to them, I already told you, and you did not listen. Why do you wish to hear it again? Do you wish to become his disciples? And they deprecated him, and said, You are a disciple of that man, but we are disciples of Moses. We know that God has spoken through Moses, but we do not know where this man comes from. The man answered and said to them, Why then, there is something amazing in this. that you do not know where he comes from, and he opened my eyes. We know that God does not listen to sinful men, but if anyone reveres God and does his will, to this man he listens. From the beginning of the age, it has not been heard of that anyone opened the eyes of a man born blind. If this man were not from God, he could not do anything." They answered and said to him, "You were born utterly in sin, and you lecture us?" And they expelled him. Jesus heard that they had expelled him, and finding him, said, "Do you have faith in the Son of Man?" The man answered and said, "And who is he, Lord, that I may have faith in him?" Jesus said to him, "It so happens that you have seen him, and also that the one who is speaking to you is he." And he said, "Lord, I have faith." And he prostrated himself before him. And Jesus said, "I came into the cosmos for judgment, that those without sight may see, and those with sight might become blind." Some of the Pharisees who were nearby to him heard these things and said to him, "Are we blind also?" Jesus said to them, "If you were blind, you would not have sin. But now that you say we see, your sin remains."